Hello friends, today we are going to see what is meant by 360 degree feedbacks. My name is Nagesh Arikan and we are going to see what is a competency management of what is we are going to see what is a competency based HRM as well as what is a performance management, as well as we are going to see what is meant by the feedback and what are the importance of the feedbacks. All this can be seen by in today's video. We have seen lots of videos so far, and today's video is related to 360-degree feedbacks, and we are going to see what is meant by the competency based human resource. It is an approach that standardize and integrates all HR activities based on the competencies that supports the organizational's goal. Yes, we can say that these are the competency based HR resources. These are the approaches which are being done by HR department or HR management towards the goal of the organizations. All these activities are related to only and only goal of the organization. These competencies decide how organization wanted to shape their employees, the company's image and its professional characteristics. As I said earlier, all these things are related to the goal of the organizations. Yes, these competencies will going to decide what should their employees do for the better result, or how long their employees should perform their from their for their organizations, as well as all these competencies will going to determine or decide the image of that company. So this is what the competency based human resource. We have seen what is a human resource, and competency based human resource is nothing but all the human resources are strategically organized towards the goal and objective of the organizations. Now, what is meant by the feedback? A feedback occurs when the output of an a systems are routed back as input as a part of chain of cause and effect that the form a circuit or loop. Yes, we have seen what is meant by the competency based HRM and what is the feedback. Feedback, we can say that the feedback is the something written inputs for our product or services, or anything that we have sold or we have purchased, or it can be something written against the trade, against the services or product, or anything that we have delivered to the people. These feedbacks are always important in a HRM. Although now we see what is feedback. Now, what is the feedback in HRM? The employee's feedback is determined as a process of giving constructive suggestion to the employees by their reporting managers. Yes, feedback in a HRM plays a vital role, because whatever things people are doing in the organizations, or whatever mistakes are done by the employee, that can be conveyed to the group of employee by the feedback in the HRM. Their the reporting managers gives them a feedback regarding their activities or their daily works, what they have done in our organization. As well as most manager doesn't provide enough feedback, and when they do that, they tend to make the negative or too vague, and the importance of the feedback is lost. Yes, we have seen that if the giving feedback is the one of the best characteristic of a good manager. Some managers or some team leaders are not giving a proper feedback to their employees, and this can create a negative effect in the working style of their team. So for better performance, every manager has to give a feedback to their team. Next one is they next one is the reason why feedback is important. Yes, as I told you earlier, most of the people are, most of the manager or most of the team leaders or most of the directors are not giving a proper feedback to their team. So why the feedback is the most important? Feedback is always there. Yes, whatever things are associated with the team, it can be a work, it can be a service, it can be a product. Everything has a feedback always with them. So whatever things we are carried out in the daily life, it is also having a feedback. So it is a responsibility of of a manager to give a proper feedback to their employees or to their downlines, so it can boost the boost their working culture. The second way, the feedback is effective listening. Yes, feedback can cause effective listening, because whatever feedback you are giving to your team members, you are giving to your higher superiors, it can create a effective it can create a effect, or it can create a either positive either negative effects. So whatever feedback you are giving to your teammates or your superior, it should have a valid authentications. So next one is a feedback can motivate. Yes, of course, feedback can motivate, because whenever we are giving to a positive feedback to our downlines, so it is motivating them to perform better for an organizations. And this is the way when we can direct we can change the working style of our downlines. So it is the best way to direct personal working styles towards the organizational goal. So the feedback in the sense can motivate the people. Feedback can improve performance. Yes, as these 2 points, point number 3 and point number 4, are related to each other. By getting motivated, people are motivated to improve their performance, and this is what happening with the positive feedback. As well as yes, another the drawback is there associated with the feedback is, if you are giving negative feedback to a people, this can demotivate the people, and it can affect on the performance of the employee. The next one is a feedback is a tool for continual learning. Yes, of course, while we are doing the daily activities, in that conditions, there should be something needed which by which we can trace our daily activity. Are we going to the positive track? Are we making a mistakes? So by getting a positive or negative feedback, we can learn. And it feedback is a tool for a continuous learning. And yes, the any human being who is exist in this on this earth, he is learning throughout his life. So feedback will give them, and feedback is providing a better tool for their continuous learning. Next one is what is the 360-degree feedback? A 360-degree feedback is a process through which a feedback from an employee to subordinates, colleague, and supervisors, as well as self evaluations by the employee themselves, is gathered. Yes, 360-degree feedback while we are working in any team. So in that team, everybody is associated with that team is making a judgment. That judgment is shared within the team in the form of the feedbacks. Yes, and this feedback will going to boost the performance of that team. It can be from your colleague. This that feedback can be your colleague, from your head, or from your downlines, as well as it can be from your customers. to whom you are providing service or any products. So, or as well as it can be from your self evaluations. So this is what called as a 360 degree degree performance or 360 degree feedback is. So in that 360 degree feedback, we can evaluate the multiple we can evaluate ourselves or the performance of our entire team by multiple feedbacks, and those multiple feedbacks help us to make a better decisions. So this is what the 360 degree feedback is. Now benefits of the 360 degree feedback: it increases the self awareness. Yes, of course. As I told you, by having a multiple feedbacks, it can be from anyone, we are knowing where we are and where we have to improve ourselves. It builds a confidence and the boost moral. It creates a culture of openness. Yes, all this thing can be happened by the 360 degree feedbacks. While we are getting some positive or negative feedback, it is helping us to where we should boost, where we should have to improve. So by this we can get more and more confidence. It should it should empowers the leaders and the employees. It reduces leaders and employees turnovers. It increase accountability. It increase accountability means what? When we are getting some feedbacks, it may be a positive or negative, we are getting accountable. By getting that accountability, we are come to know where we are responsible for, and by this we can evaluate ourselves what to do, when to do, how to do, and this will going to increase our accountability. It's the launching point of for effective personal developments. Yes, of course, the feedback will help us to develop our own personal professional development. It is a faster continuous improvement. It is way to change the culture of any company. Yes, by getting more and more feedback, we will come to know where should we eliminate, what are the discrepancies are there, we have to eliminate it, and we will come to know where we should work on to eliminate all the things which are harmful to the organizational goals or the objective of the goals. So this is what the 360 degree feedback is. And by having that 360 feedback style, everyone should come to know what are the discrepancies within me, or what are the discrepancies within our team, or what are the discrepancies within our department, and what are the discrepancies associated with the goal of an organization. So this is what the clear picture about the 360 degree feedback. Or in another way, we can say that the 360 degree feedback gives a clear picture of each and everything associated with an organizations. Now, tools of the 360 degree feedback. Yes, we have seen the 360 degree feedback tool is an online platform that automates the process of the acquiring 360 degree feedback. The 360 degree feedback program is predominantly used in a workforce for gathering performance feedback of an employee. Yes, there are so many tools are used in a 360 degree feedback. So some feedbacks are written feedbacks, some feedbacks are given on the mail, some feedbacks are feedbacks are kept into the feedback box. So these are the multiple way for getting and getting a feedback from various people. So this is what the 360 degree feedback is. Now we are having some question related to a 360 degree feedback. Are 360 degree feedbacks are beneficial for an organization? Yes, of course, the answer is yes, because when we are thinking about feedback, so feedback can be from one point. The origin of the feedback can be a one point, but in the case of 360 degree, there are multiple feedbacks come from the various way or various points, and has if there is a loopholes with a single feedback, that will not going to effect on the other feedbacks. That's why the 360-degree feedback is beneficial for organization, and yes, it can boost the process of gaining a goal or achieving a goal of any organizations. This is this is what for today. So if you are having any question, please write into comments, and I will definitely try to sort out your queries related to 360-degree feedbacks, or if you are having any query related to my previous video, please write me into the comments. So I will definitely try to sort out your queries. Thank you for today.